Hello everyone, welcome back to part 38. I do need to do that, don't I? And then I need to do this apparently. Okay then. We've got Ikana, I think, Kojo. Kojo. The first one meaning just old or perhaps former. Or maybe ancient. And this one just meaning castle. So the old castle of Ikana. Let me just check. Kojo. Where's my app? There it is. Kojo. Yeah, old castle, old fortress. So, yeah, nothing, no sort of hidden nuances really, just an old castle. Yeah. Oh, I need a powder keg for this, right? Is it better to just go and get one now? I have the mirror shield now, so I can obviously just get in through there. Yeah, do you know what? I think I will. Let's go and do that. I could probably just bomb hover. Should I just bomb hover in? Do I have bomb tubes? No one really cares about this dungeon, do they? There's like nothing here. I might just bomb hover in. Forget it. They don't mind me wearing this, so that's good. Yeah, let's try and bomb hover in. I can always just save state and stuff, I guess. Oh, this is terrible. Do you know what? I prefer that on C down, actually. Let's do that. Damn it. I should have save stated it. Let's do it now, because I've only got 2 bomb tubes now, so if I mess it up, I'll have to use bombs. Like that. I'll have to use bombs to get off the floor. Man, it's really hard in here. It's all laggy. Let's just get a bit further away from these guys. There we go. I really should probably save state it every time. Ooh. It's probably high enough. Okay, fine. No, but seriously though, no one cares about this dungeon, do they? There's just that irritating, like, spider room with the pits. And then on the other side, what is there? Just a... Oh, there's a block. You have to go up one side, don't you, to move a block with a switch or something. And then you go up the other side and blow up a hole so that there's things coming through. I don't know. Something like that. Okay, anyway. Ankoku no chi ikana ni imawashiki hikari wo mochikomu futodoki mono yo. Oh my gosh. Imawashi. I'm going to focus on that for now. Imawashi. It would be imawashi in, you know, present Japanese, but as I've said before, they used to like putting ki at the end instead. I don't know why. Maybe language is just changed. I don't know. Abominable. Oh, okay. abominable. Sorry, abominable, because it's talking about the light, the hikari, the abominable light that we have brought in, right? Mochikonda. Well, mochikomu. Why isn't that past tense? Oh, maybe it's because we bring the light with us wherever we go. We take the light with us. And it's not necessarily that we've brought it to the castle, it's that we bring and take the light wherever we go. So maybe mochikomu. And then futo doki, I guess, is some kind of insult. Oh yeah, rude, insolent, nefarious. I think we might have. I've definitely seen that in one of these series. Futadoki. That's interesting. Yeah, rude, insolent. Yeah. So, so Ankoku no chi ikana ni. So to the darkness land ikana, I guess, or pitch black ikana. Well, not pitch black. That's too literal. It's like a it's not literal, is it? Of blackness or whatever. Anyway, Land of Darkness Arcana 2. And that's just all just addressing us, basically, isn't it? It's like, you there, rude one, who brings the abominable light into the darkness land of Arcana. Something like that. Okay. お前が導く光の前に我がしもべはなすすべもなく倒れた。Okay. お前が導く光の前に我がしもべはなすすべもなく倒れた。So I think it's something along the lines of well, Shimobe I think it's like servants, or again like subordinates. Interestingly, I think it has the same kanji as boku. It does, yeah, it does, which is quite funny. So it might sort of explain why boku is considered quite a humble first person pronoun to use, maybe, because it's like you're like a servant. So that's kind of what boku, well, the kanji means that. So I don't know if boku, inherits some of that meaning as well. Probably does. お前が導く光の前に我がしもべはなすすべもなく倒れた。Well, taoreru is to fall, isn't it? It's not to defeat, like taosu. It's taoreru, which is to fall. Like to kind of be defeated oneself. And so I guess it's wanga, as we've said, is like an old way of saying watashi no, it seems, or maybe watashi tachi no. But yeah, wanga shimobe, so my servants, loyals perhaps, have fallen, I guess, before the light that you kind of lead. Michibiku is to lead something, isn't it? To show something the way, perhaps. But maybe in this case, well, it's definitely accompanying us, isn't it? The light. So the light that we have kind of brought here. His servants have like fallen before it, and nasu sube monaku, I guess it's just some kind of crazy. At one's wit's end is the the translation. So I guess that just means it's expressing. It's expressing frustration, maybe, at it. So it's that's a bit weird, isn't it? It's a bit like an adverb, I guess. Just expressing frustration at their falling, I think. Like maybe they have unbearably fallen before you, or I can't bear that they have fallen before you. Obviously, very tough to kind of get a good nuance, get a good idea of how the Japanese is working here, because it can't really be translated, I suppose. But I think that's what that's doing. It's just oh, I should probably mention as well, nasu subemo nai is an entry in my dictionary. So naku just kind of, I think, yeah, like an e adjective, just kind of makes it into perhaps a bit of like an adverb kind of thing. Anyway, that's enough of that one. You get the vibe. Danga shikash. That's really weird, because to me both of these mean the same thing. Danga is like but or however, and then shikash is like but or however. So it's sort of doubled up. Huh. Weird. Maybe I don't. You don't often see that, but seems it can be done. It can be said. Shimobe no sumu ankoku wa shosen wa karisome no mono. Karisome no mono. Okay. Shosen. Shosen is after all. Let's have a look at karisome. Oh, temporary. Oh, really? That's got an interesting reading for the kanji for hatsu or hajimete. Some, karisome. So, yeah. I guess he's just saying shimobe no sumu. Have we seen this before? Sometimes you can sort of say shimobe ga sumu ankoku. So it's like the darkness in which my servants live. But what you can do quite often, actually, is you can just use no, and it kind of doesn't make sense. Well, obviously it does. It's fine, but it's kind of mixing a noun with a verb with no. Although maybe what it's actually doing is linking this noun to this noun with a modifier in the middle. Maybe that's what's going on, with a verb modifier in the middle. Maybe that's what's going on. Anyway, doesn't really matter. This is the same as ga. So shimobe no sumu ankoku wa, so the darkness in which my servants live. After all is like temporary was what we said, wasn't it? Transient. Karisome no mono. So it is a thing, or an object, or a thing. Yeah, let's go with thing. It is a thing that after all is, it is a temporary thing anyway. Shin no ankoku ga dono yona mono ka. This is going to go into the next text box. I think he's going to say that yeah, he's sort of asking a question that he is then going to answer in the next text box, I think. So it's like true darkness, like what type of thing is it? That's weird, isn't it? Shin no ankoku ga dono yona mono ka. Again, this is like when we use question words, but not as a question. So I think a good translation of this is going to be something like, from the next text box, it will be something like, I will show you, and then that will refer back to this, and it will say just what kind of thing true darkness is. So you get the idea there. The what kind of thing isn't a question in that translation, but that's kind of that's what's going to happen, I think. Yeah. So we'll see what he says next. Yeah. Okay. Onore no me de tashikameru ga-i, which is, yeah, a bit odd, maybe, a bit odd. So my eyes using, honore, hold on, no, 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 no. Maybe that's not. Honore is pretty uncommon. Oh, oneself. I see. So I think he's talking about us. It's like using your own eyes, using one's own eyes, or using your own eyes. And this means to like confirm, doesn't it? Tashikameru. Or to make sure. To ascertain, to check, to make sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So tashikameru ga ii. I guess that kind of means you should. Or maybe it's a bit stronger than that. Maybe it's a bit like, it is best. It is best to ascertain just what kind of thing true darkness really is with one's own eyes. Is kind of a translation there. Tashikameru gai. Yeah, maybe it's that. Maybe it's stronger. It's like, rather than saying you should as like advice, maybe it's kind of like, kind of implies a bit of you have to, or it's best that you, yeah, learn just what it is with your own eyes. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny, guys. Right, I don't need this mask on anymore. Damn. It's really far over there. Come on in. Oh damn, they're both down. I ain't gonna get them both. Come on. Yes. Oh, just straight into the fight, eh? Come on, dude. I need it to be near the light. Damn. Oh no. Can I shoot that? Oh! Maybe that makes him go back to normal. There we go. Yamada, duitelao. Oh, sorry, I'll keep reading it. Mata yalalelu dalao. Okay, so jama just means that something is an obstruction or a nuisance, or yeah, like in his way, right? So he's saying jama da, like declaring that this guy is a jama. He's like, you're in my way, basically. And then doitarao. Doku means to step aside, or to, you know, to kind of get out of someone's way. Doku. So he's gone with the doite. So he's kind of saying doite I ro, but he's omitted the e. So it's like be having stepped aside is kind of a, you know, that's well, that's sort of perhaps the best explanation of how the grammar's working. But essentially, you know, he's just saying, you know, get out of the way again. You know, you're in my way, get out the way. That's basically what he's doing. And then mata yalalelu daro. Mata just meaning again. And yaru means to have done someone in, is probably the best translation for that. And then yalalelu is to sort of, it's passive, isn't it? So it's like to be done in again. And the daro is just like won't you, basically, isn't it? So again, you will be done, won't you? I think. Yeah, I think so. I think he's talking about him. Maybe he's not talking about himself, is he? Anyway, so yeah, you're in the way. Get out the way again. you know, me or you will get done in again, won't we? Like, I suppose if you're in my way, kind of thing. Like, you know, yala, we're gonna, if you act like that, we're gonna get effed up again. Jama? So he's obviously just saying, I'm in your way. Yalaleta no wa omae ga hebo dakara da. Ore no sei ni suru na. So yeah, this whole thing, yalaleta no wa, like the being defeated. The being defeated is because, basically, you are hebo. Hebo, I think, means like clumsy, just unskilled. Yeah, clumsy, poor hand. So just you know, amateur, just not any good at what he did. So the being defeated is because you are unskilled. And then ole no sei ni suru na. Sei is basically like means like one's fault. It's quite negative. Yeah, I don't think you can use this in a positive way. If you want to use positive, you'd go with okage. People often say, you know, okage de, anata no okage de, thanks to you, we succeeded, or whatever. But sei is like fault, it's negative. So he's saying, my fault to, not really to, ni suru, it just means to, you know, to make, to suppose something to be, I guess. To consider something to be. So it's like, and then na at the end is the imperative kind of negative, isn't it? So it's like, do not consider it to be my fault. Don't make it my fault. Nani? Mo ippen itte mirao. So that's nani. I'm sure you know that. It's like, what? And then mo ippen itte miro. I don't know what ippen is, but I guess, you know, it's just going to be the same as mo ikkai itte miro, like more one time. Try saying it, and that's the imperative form. So it's like, just effing try saying that again. You know, I dare you to say it again, kind of thing. I'll just look up eat pen. I don't think it's of much importance. Yeah, eat pen one time. Okay, I'll put the kanji in the text document, the text dump that you'll find in the description. But yeah. So yeah, just one more time. Try saying that one more time. I dare you to say that one more time. Hebo. Hebo, 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 hebo. I can't even do it. He's quite skilled at doing that if he can say hebo consistently like that every time. So he's calling him clumsy. More, you nah. So, like any more or further, I guess. You nah, like, again, just negative imperative. Do not say. So, you know, don't say that anymore. Stop saying that. Shut up, I suppose is a better translation. Cool. I guess that's frustration noise. Ikana o koku ichi no ken no tsukaite to iwareta kono ore ni mukatte. Yeah, I don't think the sentence is quite finished. I think he's gonna... I think there's more to say here, but I think he cuts him off, maybe. So the sentence isn't quite finished. But I think everything is modifying the ore here. And I think we've said before, kono ore is, for some reason, arrogant. I don't know why. It's sort of, it shows arrogance or confidence in oneself, maybe. Like I say, I don't really know why, but don't go around saying kono watashi, kono ore. I think probably most often gets used with ore, because ore already sounds quite rough. So you probably wouldn't say kono watashi. It doesn't. It sort of contradicts itself. It's sort of arrogant, but also not. So yeah. Anyway, so it's all modifying kono ore. I suppose we could expand it out to. It's modifying kono ore. So Ikana Kingdom number 1, basically. Ikana Kingdom's best, essentially. Ikana Kingdom's best sword like user professional, I guess. Sword using professional or swordsman, less literally. To iwareta, like was said. So he was said to be Ikana Kingdom's #1 swordsman. It's so weird when they do this. It's so tough to translate. And then anyway, sorry, yeah. So ni mukatte. Mukao is to like face someone or to face something. So mukatte is just, you know, that just something is going to follow because he's used a sort of continuous. Oh no, maybe it's not. No, maybe it's not. Maybe he's telling him to. No, I don't think he is. He could be telling him to face him. It's like mukatte, but I think if he's angry, he'd probably go with mukaye. He'd use the imperative form. I don't think he'd go with mukatte. So I think he's just saying, he's about to say, like, towards me. You dare to say this to me, the person who is said to have been Ikana Kingdom's #1 swordsman. Yeah, I think he's saying that, and then he gets interrupted here. I think. Ikana o koku ichi no ken no tsukaite? Omae ga? So obviously that's just repeating it. Ikana Kingdom's #1 swordsman. You... Yeah, quite simply. That translates kind of well, doesn't it? Nuke. So nuku is to... Nuku is to, I suppose... Well, in this case, it's to draw your sword, isn't it? But nuku is perhaps to pass through something. Well, no, nukeru is to pass through something. Nuku is to put something through something. So I wonder if it's like, you know, pull your sword through your sheath. And, you know, therefore draw it. You know, draw your sword. It could be. I don't know. It doesn't need to be. Nuke just means draw your sword in this context, doesn't it? So, yeah. And that's imperative. Nuke. Hit. Confused. Ken wo nuke to iteru nda. So, yeah. Draw your sword. And then quote particle. I am saying. I am saying, you know, draw your sword. I'm telling you to draw your sword. どうやって? Like, you know, what is it? Having done what? No, what is it? How do you, how, essentially. It's like, how would I do that? どうやって? How am I going to do that? I love saying. This is obviously getting pretty angry there. Yosanuka. Yosanuka. Kono bakamono. So bakamono, obviously, just, you know, idiot people. Or, you know, less literally, just morons, idiots. Yosanuka. Oh, is that like... I see. Yosu is to stop doing something, I think. It's just, yeah. Yosu is to stop. So yosanu is a kind of a negative. Yosanu, like not stop. And then kai is a question, isn't it? So it's kind of like, you know, will not you stop? Are you not going to stop? I think. Yosanuka. Yeah. And obviously implied within that is, you know, you need to stop. But why aren't you stopping? Are you not going to stop? You idiots. Omae tachi wa mada wakaran no ka? So you two, you know, the plural of you. You, mada meaning like still or not yet. Wakaran no ka is like, you know, wakaranai is to like not understand, basically. And then no ka is just questioning, you know, do you still not understand? The two of you? Okoku ga horobite warera ga konna sugata ni natte shimatta no wa. So, yeah, we've got this noir thing, so he's going to either give the reason or something afterwards. He's going to give the reason, the cause, the time period, anything can sort of come after it, but I think obviously he's going to give the cause of all of this stuff. But he's kind of saying the destruction of the kingdom and the sort of undesirably becoming this kind of form, and what it is, just us, our becoming this kind of form. Next text box. Okay. このような小さい争いの積み重ねが原因だったではないか. So, yeah, all of that text box before, the destruction of the kingdom and our becoming this way. Like, was it not, I think, ではないか, was it not these kinds of small disagreements and arguments, I think that's right, arasoi. Yeah, arasoi, okay, good, disputes and stuff. So these kinds of small arasois, disagreements and arguments, no, tsumi kasane. Well, tsumu is to like pile up, and kasaneru is also to pile up, isn't it? So it's like, I guess that's, that just kind of doubles up, but it's like these small arguments all just piled up, and, these small little disagreements piled up until it was just, unrepairable, irreparable, I don't know the English word, but yeah. Or they all contributed, these small things built up and contributed into this just massive division of the kingdom, maybe, or a distrust of each other, or an inability to cooperate, or whatever. And then gen-in is just the origin or the course. Sorry, not the course. The origin or the cause or the source. Gen-in, just want to check that. Yeah, okay, fine. So yeah, destruction of the kingdom and our becoming this way. Was it not because of these kinds of small disagreements and fights piling up and, accumulating? No, I've done it wrong again, haven't I? Was it? Yeah, were those small fights not the cause, essentially, is what you're saying? Was it not the origin of the destruction of the kingdom and everything? Nakama wo shinji sore ni oe shippai wo yurusu sonna kimochi ga wareware no kokoro kara kieta no wa. Again, we've got this no-wa thing at the end, so probably there's going to be some more information in the next text box that tells us what the point is. I just want to look up a couple of these words. Oe, I think that's oe. Or is it kotaye? It could be kotaye. Oh yeah, it is. It's kotaye. So this one here is kotaye, kotayeru, meaning to answer or to respond to. And I think this is shippai. Yeah, okay, shippai, good. So, yeah, he's just sort of setting the stage here at first. He's saying, your companions, your fellows, believing in your fellows and companions, and then, like, in response to that, I think, is that right? Sore ni kotaye shippai wo yurusu. So forgiving or allowing mistakes. Probably forgiving mistakes. And this is just kind of saying, like I said, believing in your comrades, forgiving mistakes. Sonna kimochi, those kinds of sentiments, those kinds of feelings. Wareware no kokoro kara kieta. So disappeared. Sorry, no, the disappearing of those sentiments from our hearts, and then you've got the point, probably the cause. Nani mono ka ni yotte ano roku biru no tobira ga ake hanatareta toki kara da. All right. So I think nani mono ka is essentially just saying dareka, by someone. We don't know who the person is, but nani mono ka ni yotte, so kind of by someone, that rokubiru, as in the stone tower, it's called rokubiru in Japanese for some reason. So that stone tower's door, tobira is door, as I'm sure you know, ake hana tareta. This is kind of passive. Ake hanatsu, I guess, would be to open and to leave open. Maybe. Let me just check. Let me just look that up. Ake hanatsu. Oh, no, to throw open. Okay. So, ake hana tareta. So the door was thrown open. This is passive, isn't it? So the door was thrown open by someone. And then toki karada, like from the time that the door was thrown open. So he's not actually given a reason for... he's not giving a reason for why those sentiments left their hearts. He's giving a time period from when it happened. So the losing of those sentiments and the ability to forgive and believe in your comrades disappeared from their hearts from the time that Stone Tower's door was thrown open by someone. Yeah, so he's sort of reflecting maybe, I guess, and realising that they haven't, been trustworthy of each other. They haven't been trusting of each other since that time. Yami ni hikari wo motorasu mono yo. So that's just addressing us again. So you there, the boy or the one who brings or causes or brings about light in darkness. Watashi wa Ikana Okoku no O. So I, Ikana Kingdom's king, Igosu do Ikana. That's his name, Igosu do Ikana. I don't know what language that's based on. Is that based on something? It must be, right? They wouldn't just make something up, I don't think. Maybe Latin. Omae no motarashita hikari ni yotte wareware ni kakerareta ju... Oh, what's the reading for this? Jusen? Don't think so. I'm very doubtful. No, it's not. Okay. Is that Shibori? Looks like Shibori or something. No, it doesn't. Is that Senmon? No, it's not Senmon. Oh no, what is this? I should know this. Oh, do you know what? I'll just search for that first one and it should come up with commonly used words. Words that use it. Can't be that many. Oh, Jubaku. Jubaku. Oh, it's Shibaru is the reading I wanted. This is Shibaru. Anyway, what? Toketa. So, niyotte is kind of like due to, or because of, I guess, or according to it can be as well, but yeah. Because of the light you brought here, the curse, I think this is just a curse, isn't it? Yeah, curse or spell, Chubaku. I guess it's kind of like a curse binding. This means to arrest or to tie or to restrain or bind, according to my dictionary. So it's they were bound by a curse, I guess. But anyway, that's literally, it's just, it's a curse. So, yeah, due to the light that you brought about, the curse that was what's the word, that was cast on us has lifted or been dispelled. Tokeru, to be dispelled, or yeah, has lifted. この地に真の光を取り戻すには、暗黒のおい What is this? Oh, 風が吹き出すロックビルの扉を封印しなければならぬのだ。So this is all, I think this top line is all just setting up. It's just saying, in order to, this niwa kind of has that function actually. So to take back or bring back the real light or true lightness, light to this place. 暗黒の風が吹き出すロックビルの扉を封印しなければならぬのだ。Yeah, well, this is must, isn't it? しなければならぬ. So you must seal the Rock Bill's door or Stone Tower's door. That, I don't know, the wind of darkness, the dark wind, dark wind blows. That's quite strange to me. 暗黒の風が吹き出すロックビルの扉を I think it must be. I think this wind must blow out of the door. And so that's kind of why we have to close it. Yeah, I think so. So yeah, just to bring back light to this place, you must, seal the door of Stone Tower where the sort of dark wind blows from, I guess. Something like that. The evil wind. Maybe, is that what it means? I've probably been translating that wrong. Unkoku, maybe it means evil, does it? Oh no. It just means darkness as the one entry in my dictionary. Darkness. But yeah, I think it does mean evil and, dark forces or whatever. だが、ロックビルは我が国の数百の兵をして落とせなかった難攻不落の場所. I did actually just use this to read that. I probably didn't need to, but it was right there. So yeah, nan ko furaku. I don't really know what Shtez doing here. I'll have to ask about that, I think. But I think it can maybe mean that, maybe like despite, how do I explain this? Subyaku no hei wo shite. I think it can just mean that like an excessive amount of soldiers, have, could not otose. Well, otosu is to drop something, like, to actually drop something, for someone to drop something. So I guess otosu can mean to bring down, to fell. So it's like they couldn't fell the Rock Bill. They couldn't fell Stone Tower. But it's all just modifying this bit at the end, isn't it? Basho. So, however, Stone Tower, just bringing up the topic of Stone Tower, speaking of Stone Tower, kind of our nations, our countries, I don't know, several hundred of our soldiers, and then, like I said, I think Shter's just saying that. What is Shter doing? I think Shter's just saying that it took a lot of effort, even with all of that effort, despite that many people's efforts, Otosenakata, could not fell. Nan ko furaku. I guess that's like a, kind of a difficult and unfalling place. It is, impenetrable probably is the best translation probably. Nan ko furaku. Oh, impregnable is what my dictionary says. Is that right? Impregnable. Did we say that about fortresses and things? I thought it was like impenetrable fortress or something. Anyway, that's what's going on. So yeah. Hitori de idomu ni wa mubou sugiru. Ni wa is interesting. Hitori de idomu. Well, hitori de idomu. Idomu is to maybe endeavor to do something. Idomu. I know it gets translated as like challenge. It's like to challenge oneself to do something, kind of, maybe. Let me just put idomu in. To contend for... yeah, I don't know. It's just to... kind of to challenge oneself to do something. To, to try to do something, basically. Hitori de idomu ni wa. So as, just one person... trying to succeed as one person is mubou sugiru. And mubou, I think, just means like reckless, thoughtless. Oh, yeah, I literally got it, yeah. Reckless, thoughtless. So mubou, and then sugiru just expresses like an excessive amount. And that's actually a verb in Japanese. So mubou sugiru. It just means it is too reckless. It is too stupid of a thing to do. But yeah, like it's a verb, like I said. So it exceeds being reckless is probably a good literal way to think of it. Mubou sugiru. Soko de da. Soko? I guess like at that point or something. At this point in the conversation maybe, or soko de da. I'll look it up. It might surprise me. It might weirdly have an entry. No. Soko deda. I think it's like at that point, and then a declarative for some reason. I don't know what it means. It's soko deda. Omae ni shinden no yami ni mado wa sarenu kokoro wo motanu hei wo sazukeyo. Mado wa sarenu. Good lord. I think this is... No, wait. Mado wasu? Is that to be troubled? Yeah, to bewilder, to perplex, to puzzle. So, mado wasareru would be passive, meaning to be bewildered, to be overwhelmed, I guess, and confused. Excuse me. But this is negative of that. Shinden no yami ni modo wa sarenu. Okay, but I think it's all modifying this thing here, the hey. Is that even right? I think it's usually hey. It could be tsuwamono. Tsuwamono. It can be tsuwamono, this kanji, but I don't think it usually is. But it just means a soldier. So yeah, I think everything's modifying this. Everything before this is modifying it anyway. So, like, to you... Yeah, to you, I think. I suppose you could put this bit here. I will... what's the word? I will grant, maybe? Yeah, to you I grant a soldier who does not have a heart, who possesses no heart, and who kind of will not be bewildered in the darkness of the temple. Which is a, yeah, bit of a crazy thing to translate, but yeah. So yeah, I grant you a soldier that will not will not fail you in the temple, I suppose, and who who obviously he is an empty shell, isn't it? The soldiers that you spawn, so they don't have hearts or lives or anything. But yeah. And here he's saying, "Sa kono kyoku wo oboeru ga ii." I think this time this is still its best to, or you should. So it's like saying, now this song, memorize or learn, you should, or it's best to. Alright, cool. So we got Nukegara no elegy wo oboeta. So obviously elegy is elegy, oboeta is, learned. Nukegara, that's pretty gross. I feel like that means like a bit like what snakes and some spiders do. It's like, what's that word? Is it molt? Nukegara. I feel like it's to nuke. It's like to come out of your shell. Let's just look. Nukegara. Yeah, cast off skin, husk, empty shell. So yeah, Nukegara. Ugh. So Nukegara no elegy. So the elegy of like, yeah, molting. You learned the elegy of molting. So obviously translated to elegy of emptiness in English, but yeah. Ima no jibun no sugata wo no koseru. Oh, fushigi na kyoku da. I think that's no koseru, yeah. So, a bit weird. So it is a song, or it is a mysterious song with which you can leave. This is potential, so it's like can leave like one's own current form, I guess. Ima no jibun no sugata. So yeah, it's like, obviously it's kind of trying to imply that, depending on what form you are, it leaves that form behind. So yeah, very funny. Oh, look, it's telling you, it's just explicitly telling you here. Kamen de nori utsutta sugata de kanadereba yotsu no nukegara wo nokoseru zo. So using masks, or rather using the forms. Is that right? Using the forms that you kind of can change to using the masks. If you perform this song, for like cast off skins you can leave Zol. Yeah, so you can leave 4 shells behind if you play this song using the forms you can transform into using the masks. Kokoro wo motanu hei. Okay, I think it's just stating that out loud for some reason. It's just saying it. So a soldier without a heart. Sunawach. I think that just means like, that just kind of means to... It's just going to say it in another way, I think. Sunawachi. That is, namely, i.e. That's the translations. So, Sunawachi. Mizukara no nukegara wo umi dasu koto no dekiru chikara da. So yeah, so he said that, a soldier without a heart. That is to say, Um, that is to say, the power the power that makes it possible to produce or birth one's own shells. I feel like I don't. 水からの抜け殻を生み出すことのできる力だ. I don't know. I think maybe it's just maybe it's just kind of clarifying the meaning of a soldier without a heart. I don't know. Wanga okoku ni shin no hikari wo. By the way, this might be read as ma. I'm not sure. I think it's shin, but it might be ma sometimes. Wanga okoku ni shin no hikari wo. So there's no verb at the end again, but he's just saying, you know, to our kingdom, or maybe to my kingdom, true light. And then the verb is implied. In English, we would have to say, you know, bring light back to my kingdom. But you don't have to in Japanese. And that's that. So yeah, I thought I might be able to get up Stone Tower as well, but apparently not. So I won't. Cool, yeah. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope it's been worthwhile, and I'll see you next time.